Hi everyone, thank you so much for coming back. I am so excited to talk to you today a little bit more about my favorite topic, which is anything that has to do with books, writing, reading. But before we get into that, I just wanted to give you a quick update and let you know that I'll be uploading videos once a week. On some weeks when I have more time, I'll try to do twice a week, but you can definitely expect a video every week at the beginning of the week, so Monday or Tuesday. So I hope to see you back here. If you click on the little bell next to the subscribe button, you will get notified every time I post a video. So if you want to hang out with me, you should click on that and subscribe. I'm going to talk a little bit more about books that have really helped me. If I've ever felt like lack of confidence or lack of just reason or understanding of why I'm here. A lot of these books have to deal with spirituality or just like finding purpose in life, because I feel like confidence and a sense of purpose comes from understanding your connection, your spiritual connection, higher being, or your connection with nature, or whatever you consider that to be for yourself. Why I wanted to talk about these specific books that have helped me so much. So let's get into it. The first book that I'm going to talk about is Women Who Run with Wolves. And this is a book that I recommend to like any woman ever in the world. It talks about the private and the public lives of women. So much that we have so much that goes on inside of us that we don't necessarily voice, or is not necessarily out there, or we only share with women. And so I feel like this is sort of like a book that a lot of women do have, and it feels like I am part of like this little women like secret cult or something. And you know, it's not a bad thing. It's more like just a book for the soul, for the women's soul. But I always return to it when I need like a little bit more strength in terms of a situation, or if there's something that I'm going through that I'm not quite understanding. I'll return to this book and sort of get answers from here. So I highly recommend this book to every woman that is like watching this. And like, I will always recommend it. I got it from my mom in Spanish, so if you wanted to get it translated, it's translated in like 1,000 languages. Another book I wanted to talk about that I don't have with me, because I think I lent it to a friend or I gave it to somebody, I'm not sure where it is. And it's sort of nice when you're done with the book to be able to just pass it along to somebody else. Although there are some books that I won't pass along just because they have my notes in them, or just, you know, there's some books that you just don't pass. The next book I wanted to talk about is Into the Magic Shop. So Into the Magic Shop was given to me about last year or like 2 years ago, and I started reading it, and it was just such a beautiful eloquently told story about this neurosurgeon. He was little, he goes into this magic shop, and he learns so much from this woman inside the magic shop, and he learns a trick that sort of helped him his entire life. And so if you want to know what the trick is, you have to read the book. It's so beautiful, especially if you are in a phase in life or in a season where you need to sort of believe in magic again, or believe in like the magic of life, and what you can create with your thoughts and your mind and your intention. So if you're in a stage where you feel very stagnant, or like your life is very dull, definitely pick up that book. It's a beautiful story, and it'll kind of give you that energy, that energetic power again to sort of create other things for yourself. I don't have it with me, but I'll put a picture up here, and I definitely recommend that book to everybody. Another book that's sort of more like self-helpy, and I've read a couple of self-help books. This one's definitely one of my favorite ones because it's not too wishy-washy. So the name of the book is The Untethered Soul, and it has very clear answers to the questions of who you are, why you're here, how to meditate. And I've read several self-help books on this subject, because I feel like a lot of self-help books talk about the same thing. They get to the same point, but I like this one specifically, and it's sort of more for like a skeptical person who just wants to be introduced to these things through like more explanations than just, you know, be still, through like more thorough explanations on why you should do these things that are like more new agey. And then going along with that one, The Power of Now is also a really great self-help book. If you just want to sort of read one self-help book, just pick one up, see what it's all about, see what sort of the present moment that they're always talking about, and being in the present, meditating, consciousness. That The Power of Now sort of gives you a whole explanation of what it's all about. So those are my sort of self-help recommendations. All right, so these next books are for somebody for someone who is just looking to sort of read an excerpt when they wake up, or read something every day, read sort of like an inspirational page daily. And so I recommend the Daily Stoic for that. And this is basically 366 meditations on wisdom, perseverance, and the art of living. So if you open up, every page has a different date. Every day you read a text and then he summarizes it for you, so you can just take it in, you can journal about it. This is a great sort of book to have at hand every day, every morning, if you wanted to start off the morning reading something. And going along with that, A Purpose-Driven Life is also great. If you are more inclined to biblical references and you want to read something about stories in the Bible every day, then A Purpose-Driven Life is also an amazing one that's sold like an incredible amount of copies. So that said, this year I am no longer reading any self-help books. I read a lot of self-help books last year, a lot of how-tos, and I just feel like I need to take a step back, read some literature that's actually going to be the real self-help, because there's so many lessons to learn from literature. This year I'll be reading tons of new literature books, and I'll be sharing them along on my Instagram. Thank you so much. The garbage truck is passing by. Thank you so much again for coming to hang out with me. I hope you enjoyed my book recommendations, and I hope they help you as much as they have helped me at several moments of my life. And I will see you, if not sometime. And if I don't see you later this week, I will see you next week. Thank you again.